And welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today I have an interesting topic to discuss, mainly poison. In my latest video I did a Trials of the Academy build using poison, and my experience was, let's just say, varied. Now I didn't exactly aim for any sort of meta setup. I just went for something that looked good and could deal damage and do the job. But this did encourage me to try to make the most busted poison build I could. And that is what I want to showcase here today. And thus, I'd like to introduce you to the Rat King build. This is a build that I made using the Scavenger Twin Blade build as my baseline. Now instead of using Scavenger Blades, I used the Serpent God's Curved Sword, which is located in the ravine in Liurnia. I grabbed 2 of them and infused them with poison. I also used various Ashes of War. On the left side we have Poison Mist, which adds to poison buildup, and on the right side, which is the more easily accessible side, we have Stormblade, which is incredibly good for roll catching and pressuring the enemy. Now, alongside this we have an assortment of talismans, one being the Rot Talisman, the Great Shield Dragoncrest Talisman, Alexander's Shard, and finally the Great Winged Sword Insignia. As for spells, I used the Rotten Breath and the Golden Order Seal. Do not forget to pair this up with the Mushroom Crown, which has a passive effect that increases damage when poison is in the area. With this setup, it effectively becomes the most efficient poison build in the game as of right now. Now, as far as the meta is concerned, I'd say this is pretty weak. However, it's probably the one that you're going to have the most success with if you're using poison and Scarlet Rot. So the question begs itself, how viable actually is this setup? Well, the setup itself is really efficient. I'd say it's one of the stronger builds that you can probably use. However, as for poison and Scarlet Rot itself, I'd say they're severely lacking. But why is that? Because poison and Scarlet Rot certainly has its place in the game, and within at least the story and PvE aspect, it's given you a lot of trouble. Well, it all comes down to how players react to it. Although it makes a significant difference in the course of a fight, Elden Ring is one of those games that has gotten a lot of recognition as of late. What does that attract? It attracts new players. Uncultured players who don't know how to fight poison builds. Now, they might understand the healing thing, that we dislike healing in duels. However, the poison or Scarlet Rot that you inflict on people is simply too much pressure for them to take. So more often than not, you are going to see a lot of healers way more than you do with any other build. And that is partially why I wanted to make this video instead of making more Academy videos. It's because I feel like poison nor Scarlet Rot is really respected in the community. Whether or not you respect the build itself, I feel as though it should reflect in people's actions, which is why I feel we need to talk more about it. But alas, at the end of the day, I can't decide how people play with a game they've bought for themselves, which is why I'll only encourage people to discuss it. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!